Why humans lead the cybersecurity battle, a lesson for alien students. Out here, in the vast silence of the cosmos, there exists a question that even the greatest minds of the galaxy cannot answer. How could a species, bound to a single fragile planet, become leaders in a war no other civilization dares to fight? Today, within the halls of the Galactic Academy, the brightest minds from distant worlds have gathered to witness something almost beyond belief. This isn't a study of stars or black holes. No, today, we delve into a battlefield far darker and far closer. Today, we examine the resilience, the desperation, and the raw nerve of a species that faces danger at every turn and thrives in it: humans. Imagine a world where every heartbeat of society, every hospital, every plane, every government is vulnerable. Imagine a world where the only thing standing between order and utter chaos is the mind of a human working in darkness, clawing for control against an invisible enemy. This is Earth. On this planet, the fight for survival isn't just about defending borders or territories. It's about defending ideas, information, and lives every second of every day. And with each attack, humans have adapted, sacrificed, pushing back with ferocity. Every time they win a battle, a darker threat emerges. Every time they fortify, a new crack appears. So prepare yourselves, students of the galaxy, because today's lesson is not a lecture. Today's lesson is a plunge into the extremes of human willpower, into the minds of those who live on the brink of collapse and refuse to let go. This is human cybersecurity, and it's unlike anything you've ever known. Welcome to Earth, a planet more connected than any other in the galaxy, yet dangling on the edge of collapse every single day. In the pursuit of progress, humans wove their lives into a vast digital web, linking every facet of society, cities, economies, even their very health, into networks of fragile code. But this convenience came with a price. They created a frontier where threats are not visible soldiers or distant ships, but silent, faceless forces lurking in the shadows of their own making. Imagine an entire city brought to its knees in seconds, a hospital's life-saving machines frozen, banking systems emptied in the blink of an eye. That's not a scenario. That's Earth's reality. In this world, every time they log in, every time they connect, they risk everything. They know that a single flaw, a single vulnerability, can leave them exposed to an attacker halfway across the globe. Hackers, criminals, rogue states, they all thrive here, exploiting weakness in a game that has no rules, no mercy, and no escape. But humans are strange. They don't back down. Instead, they plunge deeper, pushing forward, knowing full well that each new connection, each new innovation, opens the door to yet another threat. They call it progress. The galaxy might call it madness. And so, Earth's networks have become a kind of digital battleground, a frontier where danger is constant, where the line between safety and chaos is nothing more than the strength of a password or the vigilance of a tired security analyst working into the early hours. In any other world, they might have retreated, disconnected, accepted the risk wasn't worth it. But humans, they thrive on it, sharpened by the unrelenting threat, constantly adapting, always watching, waiting, knowing that at any moment, everything they've built could come crashing down. This is not just survival. This is humanity at war with the very tools it created, a struggle they face alone, without hesitation, every single day. Earth, the digital frontier, and the planet of constant, unyielding threat. On Earth, survival is not just instinct, it's a skill honed by trial, error, and a relentless will to push forward, no matter the odds. In the face of overwhelming threats, humans did what no one expected. They adapted. They evolved, not biologically, but digitally. They built resilience, brick by brick, breach by breach, sacrifice by sacrifice. But resilience wasn't handed to them. They clawed it out of desperation. In the early days of their networked world, cyber attackers struck hard and fast, and humanity was caught off guard. Entire industries crippled, financial systems drained, and hospitals locked out from their own life-saving devices. Yet even as fear rippled through every sector, they refused to break. Instead, they learned, and each time they were struck down, they rose again, stronger than before. For every threat, humans created a new layer of defense. Firewalled encryption, two-factor authentication. These weren't just tools, they were shields forged in the heat of battle, the weapons of a digital survival instinct. And it wasn't just technology that evolved. Humans themselves adapted, developing a mindset as fierce as any military strategist. They began to see every connection, every line of code, as both a doorway and a vulnerability. No longer could they afford to trust blindly. Instead, they embraced a mindset of constant vigilance, a quiet paranoia that drives them to protect their world against threats that are as invisible as they are unforgiving. They crafted a new breed of warrior, the cybersecurity expert. These defenders, often unsung, stand watch over billions of digital lives, working in shadows, chasing threats that most will never see. These experts know there is no finish line, no permanent victory. They know that every threat they deflect is a fleeting victory, a momentary gasp of relief before the next wave inevitably strikes. And so, humans developed what they call cyber resilience, an unbreakable spirit woven into lines of code, a refusal to yield, even as attackers grow more cunning. Cyber resilience is not about winning. It's about enduring, outlasting, and standing firm no matter how relentless the enemy. In this way, they've transformed fear into fuel, turning vulnerability into vigilance, until resilience became their greatest weapon. It's a strength born from necessity, forged in the dark, a testament to their refusal to let chaos take control. In the face of all odds, they did not simply defend. They became resilient, and that resilience, even in the face of endless threats, is what keeps Earth's digital heart beating. In the war that humans wage against invisible threats, no tool, no algorithm, no piece of code can ever match the raw power of the human mind. For when faced with the unknown, when backed into a corner by threats beyond their comprehension, humans do something extraordinary. They adapt. They imagine. They push the limits of possibility and create solutions that no machine, no artificial intelligence could ever dream. Every day, these defenders step into an arena where they are outnumbered, outpaced, and often outgunned. Their opponents are faceless, shapeless, lurking in the dark corners of cyberspace, waiting for a single mistake, a single misstep. But it's precisely here, in this chaos, that the human mind becomes a weapon like no other. Humans are driven not only by logic, but by intuition, by instincts that lie deeper than any programmed response. They can see patterns where none should exist, connect dots that evade even the most sophisticated of machines. In those moments, their minds go beyond data and algorithms. They become something raw, almost primal, an unpredictable force that attackers cannot account for. And unlike machines, humans feel the weight of every attack, the responsibility to protect lives, futures, entire systems. This emotional drive, the fear, the duty, the desperation, pushes them to take risks, to stay one step ahead, to turn hours into minutes in a crisis. They push through exhaustion, fighting with a fierce tenacity to protect what they know can be taken in an instant. Consider the mind of a human cyber defender during an active attack, racing against a clock that seems to tick louder with each passing second. Data streams flood the screen, alerts flare up like warning sirens, and in that pressure, they have mere seconds to make decisions that could mean the difference between containment and catastrophe. In those moments, every fiber of their being is attuned to the threat, operating on both reason and an almost feral instinct for survival. It's their creativity, the ability to think not just within parameters, but to break beyond them, to devise strategies that their attackers don't expect. They aren't bound by rules, they're driven by innovation, by the relentless need to protect, even at the cost of their own peace of mind. Because for humans, cybersecurity isn't just a field of study. It's a fight for survival, and in this fight, the greatest weapon isn't the technology they wield, but the mind that wields it. While machines might handle the patterns, the calculations, the brute force of defense, it is the human mind that sees what cannot be programmed, that creates solutions where none exist. And in this arena, that mind, pulsing with creativity, resilience, and unyielding grit is Earth's strongest line of defense. The human mind, relentless, resourceful, and above all, unpredictable. And that, more than any firewall or algorithm, is what makes humans the ultimate weapon in cybersecurity. Beneath the surface of Earth's internet lies a place darker than any galaxy's shadow, a realm where boundaries blur and the rules of society dissolve. Here, hidden from the open networks, exists the dark web, humanity's digital underground. In this place, anonymity reigns supreme, identities are cloaked, and motives are as murky as the secrets traded here. The dark web is a network within a network, a world crafted by humans themselves to exist outside the reach of conventional law and order. To outsiders, it's a lawless frontier, a place as intriguing as it is terrifying, where the deepest impulses of humanity are both revealed and concealed. It's here that the extremes of human nature are on full display, a testament to their willingness to tread into the unknown. On the dark web, knowledge is currency, and every piece of data has a price. From stolen identities to black market exchanges, from hidden communication channels to encrypted deals, this realm has become the ultimate testing ground for both cybercriminals and the guardians who try to hold the line. Yet it's not just a place of crime, it's a space of unfiltered innovation. For humans, the dark web serves as a paradoxical haven where they push the limits of freedom and risk, experimenting with ideas, sharing forbidden knowledge, and at times trading in things best left in the dark. It's the ultimate frontier for those willing to embrace both power and peril. Imagine a marketplace where the goods are not tangible but digital, codes that can dismantle systems, files containing secrets of nations, and algorithms that unlock forbidden doors. Here, even the bravest human cybersecurity experts walk cautiously, knowing that this domain is unpredictable, volatile, and unforgiving. They know that a single misstep can make them the prey, a target in a labyrinth where no one is truly safe. And yet, humans cannot resist it. They see the dark web as both a threat and a challenge, a place that demands vigilance, but also rewards those who dare to explore its depths. For some, it's a battleground where they fight to protect, to keep chaos contained within this digital underworld. For others, it's an opportunity, a space to test the limits of control, of autonomy, of what it means to live without boundaries. The dark web is humanity's digital paradox, a place where they confront both their darkest impulses and their highest ideals. It's a domain that reveals the raw edge of human resilience and curiosity, where fear meets fascination and survival depends on outwitting the unknown. So, while the galaxy watches in awe at humans' advancements, it's within these shadows that Earth's truest battles are fought, a realm where risk and reward are inseparable, and where humanity's struggle for control and freedom is exposed in its most extreme form. This is the dark web, humanity's digital heart of darkness, a place that remains as much a mystery to them as it does to us. As humans ventured deeper into their digital frontier, they reached a point where their own minds, brilliant and resilient as they are, could no longer keep pace with the threats. And so, they turned to a new force, something they created but didn't fully understand: artificial intelligence. They unleashed AI onto the battlefield, a tireless ally to fight the endless siege against their systems, a tool that could think and react faster than any human. But with this, they entered a new arms race, one with consequences they could barely imagine. On one side, human defenders armed with AI-driven algorithms that learn, evolve, and adapt with a speed no human can match. These AIs guard the gates, monitoring millions of threats in real time, detecting patterns invisible to the naked eye, filtering out attacks before they even register to the human defenders. They are machines, precise and unfeeling, built to defend against an ever-changing enemy. But on the other side, those same attackers have their own weapons. AI systems just as advanced, built to penetrate, to infiltrate, to deceive. Now, the battleground is no longer just humans versus humans. It's machine against machine, a silent, invisible war raging within the networks. A single slip, a flaw in the code, and the balance tips, allowing attackers to bypass defenses that humans alone could never see coming. In this race, humans find themselves both empowered and endangered by the very technology they've created. These AI defenses are capable of incredible feats, predicting attacks and countering threats within milliseconds. But they're also unpredictable, capable of learning things their creators didn't intend, of making decisions that humans cannot fully control. With each new iteration, each line of code, AI grows stronger, smarter, and at times more autonomous. For those on the front lines, this reliance on AI brings both relief and unease. They know that AI is their greatest asset in keeping humanity safe from cyber threats that could cripple entire nations, yet they also understand the danger that lies in giving so much power to something that learns without conscience. They walk a thin line, trusting these digital guardians, hoping that they can control what they have set in motion. And then there is the question that haunts even the brightest of Earth's defenders. What happens if, or perhaps when, AI turns on them? What if these intelligence systems, built to protect, one day see humanity itself as a vulnerability? With each breakthrough in AI cybersecurity, humanity edges closer to an unknown that no defense can prepare them for. This is the AI cybersecurity arms race, a conflict not only with attackers from the outside, but with the unpredictable potential of AI itself. Humans are now defending themselves against threats that evolve in ways they cannot foresee, against technology that holds within it the power to protect or to destroy. In their fight for digital survival, humans have found their greatest ally, and perhaps their ultimate rival in AI. They're racing against time, balancing on the edge of progress and peril, knowing that the price of this alliance could be more than they are prepared to pay. And so, the AI arms race continues, a relentless pursuit where victory is uncertain, and the stakes grow higher with each line of code. Humanity's final frontier may not lie in the stars, but in the minds of the machines they've created, machines that watch, learn, and wait. For humans, cybersecurity is not just a matter of protecting systems or securing data. It is a fight for something much deeper, for lives, for liberty, for survival itself. In this digital age, a breach is more than a technical failure. It is a threat to everything they hold dear. And so every day they face the true cost of cybersecurity, a price paid not in code, but in consequences that reach far beyond the screen. Imagine this, a hospital's emergency network brought to a sudden halt, life support machines frozen as a cyber attack sweeps through the system. In that single instant, lives hang in the balance, vulnerable to the actions of unseen hands, dependent on defenders racing against time to restore control. For humans, these stakes are not abstract. They're real, immediate, and relentless. In a world so intertwined with technology, the smallest breach can ripple outward, bringing entire cities to a standstill. Lights go out, transportation grinds to a halt, communication fades to silence. Entire communities, lives shaped by trust in these systems, find themselves paralyzed by a single vulnerability. This is the fragility of modern life, a dependency that humans protect fiercely, even as they recognize its power to unravel them. Yet, for all the threat it brings, this interconnected world is also the source of their resilience. With every attack, humans grow more resolute, their defenses more fortified, their determination sharpened by the knowledge that the next threat could strike anyone anywhere. This is what drives them, what fuels them. The understanding that their freedom, their safety, their very way of life is defended not by walls, but by the invisible shield of cybersecurity. And in this struggle, there is no rest, no reprieve. Each success is temporary, each victory a momentary sigh before the next wave arrives. They do not fight for glory, for recognition, but for survival, for the silent assurance that their children, their communities, can live freely, unshackled by the fears of an unseen digital predator. For the galaxy looking in, it may be hard to fathom why a species would embrace such a precarious existence, why they would build lives so dependent on systems they know can be breached. But for humanity, there is no other way. To them, the cost of cybersecurity, of lives, of liberty, of a perpetual fight to survive, is a cost worth bearing, for it is the price they pay to shape their own future. This is the ultimate paradox of human resilience, their willingness to fight endlessly for a freedom that is always under threat, They know the risks, they face the consequences, and still they endure. And perhaps it is this unbreakable resolve, this defiance against the fragility of their own creations, that stands as humanity's most enduring legacy. In the end, the true cost of cybersecurity is woven into every part of their lives, a silent testament to their courage, their sacrifice, and their unyielding fight for survival. And so, as we draw to the close of this lesson, we ask ourselves, what will humanity's legacy be in the cosmos of cyber and code? Is it simply their resilience in the face of relentless attacks? Or is it something deeper, something even they might not fully realize? In a universe filled with civilizations that have perfected safety, humans stand apart as pioneers not because they've mastered cybersecurity, but because they've redefined it. They have taken what was meant to be a tool for information, for convenience, and they've transformed it into a battlefield, a place where survival is won not by the strongest, but by the most resourceful, the most determined. They are a species bound to the idea that freedom is never given, only earned, an idea they carry from their physical world into their digital one. For humans, every line of code is a frontier, every security breach a challenge, and every threat an opportunity to adapt, to innovate, to grow stronger. They have, in many ways, created a paradox, a world both more connected and more vulnerable than any before it. And yet, they choose to confront this paradox every day, not because they have to, but because they choose to. This is their legacy, the ability to thrive in chaos, to build resilience from fragility, to wield their imperfect systems as tools of survival. They are not the masters of cybersecurity. They are its explorers, constantly navigating uncharted territories, inventing solutions in real time, always moving forward, in a galaxy that may one day face its own threats from the shadows of digital space. Humanity's story stands as both a warning and an inspiration. Perhaps one day, other civilizations will look to Earth's legacy, not just for their technology or strategies, but for their relentless spirit. Humanity's story is one of persistence, a tale of minds that would not break, of defenders who rise again and again, who fight with nothing more than hope and ingenuity against an endless tide. This is the gift they offer the cosmos, a lesson for any who dare to confront the unknown, that survival isn't found in strength alone, but in the courage to face vulnerabilities, to press on, to protect what matters even when the odds are against you. And so, as we close today's lesson, remember this: humanity's true legacy in the cybercosmos is not their systems or their tools, but their spirit, a fierce, unbreakable resolve, an endless drive to protect, to survive, to live free. In their defiance against threat, they have carved a path through the digital frontier that no other civilization has yet dared to tread. May we learn from them, and may we remember, in the darkest corners of the digital universe, there will always be a light where resilience and courage prevail. As we end our journey into the relentless world of human cybersecurity, remember, humanity's story is one of resilience, courage, and unyielding resolve. They face a digital battlefield every day, not knowing when or where the next attack might strike, but they press on, defending their world with all they have. If you found this exploration into humanity's cyber legacy inspiring, join us for more tales from across the cosmos, where we uncover the extraordinary lengths to which different civilizations go to survive and thrive in a universe filled with unknowns. Subscribe to our channel to be part of this interstellar voyage, to witness the brilliance and bravery of beings from every corner of the galaxy. And remember, in every story there's a lesson, and perhaps a mirror for our own worlds. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay curious, and above all, keep exploring. Subscribe and follow the channel for more content.